Hi there guys, John Farahmand coming at you from Balanced Physical Therapy and Human Performance Center and P3 Performance Training. Passion, purpose, and power. How do you find your passion, lock in on it, restore your purpose? Why are you here, and how do you deliver that with power in your organization? Recently, one of our clinical directors and I had a meeting, and he was very, very curious and kind of hammering me about, why do I have to have 2 meetings a month with every single physical therapist? And why do I have to have a personal development meeting and a professional development meeting? And what's the difference? And I listened, so what I always do, I just folded my hands, quiet, listened, maintained eye contact, and said, well, what do you think personal development is, and what do you think professional development is? Let him give me his answers, and then I said, I'm gonna use a quote with you that I love from a famed author, speaker, personal development coach by the name of Jim Rohn, who said, our level of success will seldom exceed our level of personal development, because success is something that we attract by the person that we become. And he kind of looked at me like, Tweety birds in his head. And so I repeated what I just said. And I said, look, the person you become is what attracts success. And unless you are becoming, and unless you are becoming a bigger and deeper person, you don't have the capacity to become a bigger and deeper and more effective, efficient professional. So yes, we have 2 meetings a month with each of our therapists. One is the professional development meeting, which is tactics, strategy, okay? The nuts and bolts of how we do what we do. Visits, units, visits per hour, units per hour, our KPIs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The drivers of revenue, what we're doing to maximize, on and on and on, our marketing scorecards, et cetera. That's our professional development meeting. The other meeting is the personal development meeting, which in my opinion as a CEO is far more important, because unless we're in the business of developing people, we are never going to be great at developing a business. It just doesn't work. Business depends on people, and sure, it depends on systems and technology and finances and marketing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, guys, it depends on your people. So if you're not investing in them and you're not helping them develop as people, just by asking questions, by having a genuine interest in them and in their lives, knowing their spouses' names, knowing their children's names, knowing what they're struggling with outside of a business, outside of work, knowing what challenges they might face as human beings, not just as professionals in your organization. So take an interest in them as people and get to know them, get to know their struggles, offer your counsel, offer your advice, share your experiences, invite them to share theirs. And in doing so, in doing everything you can to develop them as people, I think that you will be unbelievably and pleasantly surprised at what horsepower it brings to them as professionals. Because as a human being, if I'm not feeling put together, if my body's not right, if my finances aren't right, if my relationships are not right, I come to work and I'm not right. I'm not as effective, efficient, or as impactful as I otherwise could be. So your people in your organization are exactly the same as you. They might have a different title. They might work in a different department. They may not be a C-suite executive, but they're still people, and they're still part of the driving force behind our organizations. So unless you take the time, you invest the effort, and you commit resources, dollars, time, etc., into them as people, you're never, ever, ever going to develop them into the professionals that you need them to be to show up and make a solid, meaningful impact in your organization. So I encourage you all to please, if you're just focused on professional development, take a step back, look at them as people first, and see where you can invest there, okay? Developing your people will absolutely help develop your business and propel it to the next level. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this had meaning for you. I hope it made an impact for you, and I hope it resonated. If it did, please give us some feedback, share this video, give it some likes, give me some love. I always love hearing from you. Thanks so much.